Let's learn how to rationalize the denominator of a number. Here we have a number 1 by square root 2. Now, in this number, the denominator is actually square root 2. That is an irrational number. That is an irrational number. Square root of 2 is an irrational number. Now, what can we do to this number so that its denominator becomes a rational number? Well, if we multiply this number by 1, is there any change to this number? No, because this number multiplied by 1 will give back the same number. Okay. Now, if we write this 1 as 1 by square root 2 multiplied by root 2, square root 2 divided by square root 2. So square root 2 divided by square root 2 means what? 1 only. It's like a divided by a will give you 1. Okay. Now if you multiply both the numerators and the denominators together, this becomes 1 multiplied by root 2, and this becomes root 2 multiplied by root 2, right? So we know that root a multiplied by root a is actually equal to a. So from here this becomes root 2. This is 1 multiplied by root 2 means root 2, and this becomes 2. So now you can see here that here in this original number the denominator was an irrational number, but now in this case 2 is actually a rational number. 2 is a rational number because 2 can be written as 2 by 1. So any integer is a rational number. So we have rationalized the denominator of this number. What about this one? In this number we have 1 divided by 2 plus square root 3. Okay, let's do the same thing. Multiply this by 1 and we can write this number as 1 divided by 2 plus square root 3 and multiplied by, in this case you will multiply this by 2 minus square root 3 divided by 2 minus square root 3. And why 2 minus square root 3? For this you have to check our previous video tutorial where we checked some identities related to a square number, a square root. There we have discussed this thing, because when you multiply by 2 minus root 3, so this becomes 2 minus root 3 and then divided by, this is of the form a plus b multiplied by a minus b, that will give you a squared minus b squared, right? So from here you'll get, if you take this as a and this as b, so a plus b multiplied by a minus b, so 2 squared means 4 minus square root 3 squared, square root 3 whole squared means what? Square root 3 multiplied by square root 3, that is equal to 3. So 4 minus 3, and this becomes 2 minus root 3 divided by 1. So here your 1 is a rational number. Now think, if you had multiplied this number by 2 plus root 3 and not by 2 minus root 3, then what would have happened? So this is 1 divided by 2 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 plus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3, right? So in this case this would be 2 plus root 3 divided by, and now it is of the form a plus b multiplied by a plus b. A plus b multiplied by a plus b, that is a plus b whole squared. That is, this would be some technical issue. This would be a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. In that case, this would be 4 plus root 3 squared means 3 plus, now this would be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by root 3. So this would become 7 plus 4 root 3. So it is of no use, because now in that case your denominator would become 7 plus 4 root 3. 7 plus 4 root 3. If you had taken this 2 plus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3. So again, this is an irrational number of no use. That is why you should remember the identities. It's very important. We have discussed in our earlier video tutorial. Identity. What about this one? This is 5 divided by root 3 minus square root 5. Now in this case, if you multiply this by 1, now this can be written as 5 square root 3 minus square root 5. Now what you do in this case, you multiply in this case by square root 3 plus square root 5 divided by square root 3 plus square root 5. Same thing what we did here. Here it was 2 plus root 3. That is why we multiplied it by 2 minus root 3, so that you get a number of this form. This b squared would help you to get rid of this square root. Same thing is here. Now it is of the form a minus b multiplied by a plus b. That is actually nothing else but a plus b multiplied by a minus b. That is actually equal to a squared minus b squared. Same thing. So from here, this becomes 5 multiplied by root 3 plus root 5, and this is divided by, this is a squared. We have taken a as root 3, right? This is a and this is b. This is a and this is b. So from here, root 3 squared means what? Root 3 multiplied by root 3. That is equal to 3. So from here you get 3 minus, what is root 5 squared? Root 5 squared means square root 5 multiplied by square root 5. That is 5. So this is 3 minus 5. Now this becomes 5 multiplied by root 3 plus root 5, and this is actually equal to minus 2. Okay, now this can be written as 5 divided by minus 2 multiplied by root 3 plus root 5. From here we know that if your number is written in the form p divided by minus q, then this can be written as minus p divided by q, and further this minus sign can be put in the middle and it can be written as minus here and p by q. We discussed all these things when we were learning about rational numbers. So from here we can write this as minus 5 by 2 multiplied by root 3 plus root 5. So can you see here, if we write it like this, your denominator is finally a rational number. 2 is a rational number. This is the rationalizing of the denominator, right? This is the last one. This is 1 divided by 7 plus 3 root 2. Okay, multiplied it by 1, and this is 1 7 plus 3 root 2, and multiplied by 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 7 minus 3 root 2. Now, the denominator is of the form a plus b multiplied by a minus b, and therefore this is equal to a squared minus b squared, where 7 is a, 3 root 2 is b, this is a, and this is b. So this becomes, the numerator is 1 multiplied by 7 minus 3 root 2, means that 7 minus 3 root 2, and denominator is now 7, a is 7, so 7 squared means 49, minus, now this is 3 root 2, this is 3 root 2 whole squared, right? So this is 3 root 2 whole squared. Now this is of the form what? It is of the form a multiplied by b whole raised to the power of n, and that is equal to a raised to the power of n multiplied by b raised to the power of n, right? The laws of exponents. Same thing will be applicable here as well. Here in this case, your 3 is a, square root 2 is b, because 3 square root 2 means that 3 multiplied by square root 2. So from here it is 3 squared multiplied by square root 2 whole squared. So this becomes 9 multiplied by square root 2 squared means 2. This gives you 18. So this is 49 minus 18. This 49 minus 18. So this becomes 7 minus 3 square root 2 divided by 49 minus 18 means what? 31. Now 31 is a rational number. Okay, so this is the rationalizing the denominator of any number. This is the way.